Chariots forward! Charge!
For more than 3,000 years, the lands of Persia have existed on a frontier between empires, between civilizations, between constant waves of invasion and resistance.
From the thunder of scythe chariots
Unleash the scythes for Persia!
to the silent flight of modern drones, the borders of Iran have shaped one of the longest traditions of military innovation. Every generation faced the same problem. How do you defend a vast empire surrounded by rivals? The answer would transform warfare itself. To understand Persian warfare, we must first understand geography. The Iranian plateau sits at the crossroads of Asia, the Middle East, and Europe. To the west lay Mesopotamian empires. To the north, steppe warriors from Central Asia. To the east, the civilizations of India. And to the south, vital maritime trade routes. This strategic position brought prosperity, but it also brought invasion, again and again, infantry formations, and primitive chariots. But even then, Persian engineers began experimenting with new tactics. Early defensive settlements appeared along mountain passes and trade routes. These strongholds allowed smaller armies to control vast territories. The idea was simple: control the terrain, and you control the invasion. The Achaemenid Empire would transform Persian warfare forever. Stretching from Egypt to India, it became one of the
longest empires in history. Defending such enormous borders required innovation. Engineers developed
improved road systems for rapid troop movement. Supply networks stretched across thousands of kilometers. Improved road systems for rapid troop movement. Supply networks stretched across thousands of kilometers.
And on the battlefield, one terrifying weapon appeared: the scythe chariot. Blades mounted on spinning
wheels turned these war machines into moving weapons of destruction. It was psychological warfare as much as physical force. The mountains of Iran became the empire's greatest ally. Fortifications were built into cliff ridges and narrow valleys. These defensive lines forced invading armies into predictable routes. Even large forces could be slowed or stopped entirely. Some of these mountain defenses remained in use for centuries. The lesson was clear. Technology alone could not defend an empire, but technology combined with geography could.
The Parthians introduced one of the most famous tactics in ancient warfare: the Parthian shot. Horse archers would retreat
while firing arrows backwards at pursuing enemies. This tactic devastated heavily armored Roman legions. Mobility became the new weapon.
In 1980, a new chapter of border warfare began: the Iran-Iraq War. For 8 brutal years, the two nations fought along a long and heavily fortified frontier. Missiles, chemical weapons, and massive warfare defined the conflict. Submerged during this war. Improvisation. Iranian forces began developing unconventional tactics
and asymmetric strategies that would later shape modern military doctrine.
Today, the newest frontier of Persian military technology flies silently above the battlefield: unmanned aerial vehicles. Drones allow surveillance across vast borders. They can strike targets without risking pilots, and when deployed in large numbers, they form swarms capable of overwhelming traditional defenses. This strategy reflects a long tradition.
When direct confrontation is impossible, innovation becomes the weapon.
3,000 years ago, Persian warriors defended their borders with chariots and spears. And today, those same borders are guarded
by satellites, missiles, and autonomous drones, but the underlying challenge remained unchanged. Persia sits at a crossroads of civilizations.
And where civilizations meet, conflict often follows. The technologies change, the weapons evolve. But the story of innovation along Iran's frontiers continues.